Right, so good morning, guys. Today is Saturday. So today's topic was something that happened to me that I just decided, okay, like this is something that I can gist you guys. So basically, I journal a lot, right? So yesterday I was going through one of my books, then I saw something I wrote a while back that I wanted to be earning a million naira for my work, right? So back then when I wrote that, I used to charge maybe 20K, sometimes 10K. It was just depending on what you wanted like me to do for you. But as of that time, the most I'd ever charged for an animation was maybe 50K or 60 or 80K. So looking back to what I wrote, I then figured out that today I could charge as much as 2.5, 1.5. Sometimes like I can charge even more for my work because obviously like, the quality had gotten better. So basically, Sha, today's topic is habits that you can use to get better at what you do, right? So basically, number one is always be consistent. So what I mean by always being be consistent is if you look at sports stars like Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron James, all these guys, what sets them apart, Steph Curry and all the rest, is that they are always honing their skills. They are always polishing their craft. Like LeBron James has been playing basketball for so long that his kids are now playing basketball with him, but still he's still doing the most. He's still going hard every day. He's still practicing. Like he gave birth to his kids practicing. He practiced with his kids, and his kids are now in the same sports that he's playing, but he's still competitive. Do you understand? Like he's about that life. So that's how you get to grow in whatever field that you are in. You keep on practicing. You stay consistent. Like consistency is key because of like compound effects. If let's say you get 1,000 every day and you save 100 naira every day that you get 1,000, at the end of the year you have like a lot of money. Like not a lot of money is like relative, but you shall have some money. Like those 100 naira would compound and it would be a lot more. So that's why I'm saying always be consistent because compound effects make sense. So if you're trying to learn a skill or you're trying to get better at something, keep doing it because the more you keep doing it, the more you learn it faster and the more you see other ways that you can utilize that skill. So now, for example, me, I started just wanting to be a 3D artist. Like I wanted to sculpt. So I went from sculpting, I did some simulations, I did this, I did that, I did some texturing, I did some line artwork. Like I did a lot, and in the end now I can do a lot more. But I am primarily an animator because that's what I love. But then again, all the knowledge that I've acquired through compound effects means that if I'm on any project, I can take on multiple hats. I can do video editing, I can do color correction. Do you understand? Like I can do VFX. I can still do like 2D animation as well. So it just depends on what you want. So you keep funneling that passion. You keep doing things and things just keep piling up and piling up and piling up, right? So apart from that, you also have number two. Um, what's number two? Number two is if you have an idea, just start. Like basically, every idea you have, just keep running with it. Like run with every idea that you possess. Like just keep going. There is no wrong answers. Do you understand? Like don't wait for that perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Believe me. Like because of the thing is the thing that you did that you think oh does not look good when compared to someone's work to another person that's not at the place that you want to be. That thing is like inspirational. That thing is something to them. Do you understand? But then again, even if your stuff is not that good and you post it out there, is it that you get creative feedback, you get haters, or you get people that like it the way it is, and all those three things pushes you to create better artwork or better animation or better stuff. Do you get my point? So no matter what you create, the fact that you put in your blood, sweat, and time to create that thing means that that thing is worth sharing with the world. Do you understand? So share everything that you do, no matter how good, no matter how bad, because that's how you grow. There's nobody that started at 100. You start from zero, progress, 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 till you get to 100. So whatever you are doing that you feel you're not the best at, just keep doing it. Like there is no there's nobody like judging you because the best part about not being known for something is that you can keep failing and failing and failing and failing till you get it. And even when you have gotten it, you still keep going because of there are musicians that we follow that would drop some albums. Then you say, oh, this new sound doesn't make sense. Oh, this guy is doing something new, like we don't like it. But over time, once you get familiar with that sound, you will see yourself like bopping to that jam. Do you get my point? So always try out every idea that you get. Don't be afraid to shape shift. So basically be adaptable. Do you get my so number three is you can never hope on motivation. So the thing about motivation is that you see something, you get inspired that, oh, I'll do something exactly like this. In the heat of the moment, you're gingered up, you can start immediately. But after some time you forget it, then you see something else that's cool. And you say, oh, I'll do something like this, and that's how motivation goes. So motivation is let's say those machines that you use to test your strength. So you punch the ball, the machine calculates like your strength maybe is 900, you're happy, but then you never box again or you never do anything to get better at punching or to get better. Do you get my point? So motivation isn't something that you can really rely on. Motivation is more to help you. Then action and discipline is what then comes into it, right? So for discipline is sort of a tricky thing for me because of me. I believe everybody is disciplined, right? But what separates us is what you decide to be disciplined about. So, for example, now you call someone lazy, right? But that person has the time to go online, download movies, then sit down for 8 hours watching those movies till he finishes them. Then another person too can have the same means that that person has, but he uses his own 8 hours to do something productive. So you might call the other one lazy, but both are disciplined because it takes a lot of time to keep on watching something, watching something. Do you understand? So in the end, like I wouldn't call the person lazy because I'm not about that. I'll say the person is disciplined, but his priorities are just warped. So that's the thing about discipline. You need to sacrifice, right? So that's where sacrifice comes in. You need to sacrifice the time you will be using to do something that doesn't make sense, to do something that will be productive for your future. Because you can only invest in yourself. Like if you want to get promoted, you invest in yourself. If you want to command a larger pay, you invest in yourself. If you want to do something worthwhile, you invest in yourself. So everything is more of a sacrifice. So if you can't sacrifice the time that you will use to create something and use that time instead to watch cartoons or watch movies or go play games or basically just stimulate your mind to just enjoy things, then like that's a whole ass thing. So as I said, discipline is very important because motivation can only take you so far. What you need is action, and to actually be intentional about doing, you need discipline, which entails sacrifice. So you need to sacrifice some things now so you can do them later. So for example, let me give you a scenario. Me now, I enjoy watching movies. Why? I enjoy watching movies because I study other directors' works, I study the animation, so I watch a lot of things. But how I level that is I work from 9 to 6, then I watch movies from 7 to 9:30, then I pray and I read my Bible. Do you understand? So I don't. So I sacrifice all of the time I could be using to watch movies. Then I amount those times to just watch it in the evening, right? And there are times too that I won't even like watch it because of the way I've disciplined myself for so long. It helps me that even if I watch a movie in the daytime, I know I'm going to switch out that time and do some work in the evening. Do you understand? So I make sure that if I watch a movie for 2 hours, I animate for 5 hours or 4 hours. Do you get my point? So my sacrifice works, and that's how I've been able to level up for so long, and I'm still leveling up, right? So that's number three. Number four is the mountain will always be moving. So as I said at the start of this video, I wanted to be able to charge up to 1 million naira for my work, right? And that has happened. But now that that has happened, I've had to get more things like more equipment, a better laptop, this, that. Do you understand? So in the end, the mountain will always keep moving. So if you hit your goals, it means you have more goals. So what I mean is the goalpost is always moving. So that's something that you need to contend with and know that okay, as I keep evolving, I'll have to keep doing more. I have to keep seeing more. But then there's a thing such as content, like you can be content at the level that you want to be. But then if you really want this, like me now, my goal is to be the best at what I do. And when I mean the best, I just mean being able to work with more professionals. So I would want to be able to work with people that have done shows that I've watched. I would want an animation director that is somebody that I look up to. Like I want to work with so many people that I look up to in the animation field. So that's my own goal. So my own goal for getting better is that I want to have exposure. I want to work with the best of the best. I want them to influence my work. I want to see myself changing constantly. Like every animation I do, I want it to be better than the last one that I did. Do you understand my point? But before, when I first started, I just wanted to identify that I was an animator. So I was always posting everything I did. If I did a bouncing ball, post it. If I did this one, post it. Do you understand? Because as of that time, I wanted to identify that okay, I am an animator, I'm a 3D artist. But now that that identity has been confirmed, now I want to be among the best. Like I want people to look at me and say, this guy is an animation professional. Like this guy can do anything that you want him to do. This guy can create any sort of movement. Do you understand? So those are my own goals, which is why the mountain for me is always moving up. Because if I have worked with this person, then I want to work with that person. I want to work on something. Do you get my point? So that's something that you have to contend with in any field. So if you're in programming, if you're in sales, whatever, if you meet your quota this year, you want to meet a higher quota next year because all those things they add to your personality. So that's the end of this video. These are all habits that you can use to progress in any field of your choice. So always just remember there's always more you can do. There's always heights you can reach. There are always things that you can attain to. All right, see you guys. Peace.